Lisa here and welcome to my everyday. So today's video is an empties video and this is long overdue. I have been holding on to things for way too long and just haven't had the opportunity to record the video for you. So I have my bin here all ready and it is actually quite full of things. So I thought that I would go ahead and film this video and go through all of the items that I have been emptying and what it is that I thought of them. Thank you to those of you who have been sending me messages letting me know you actually really enjoy these, so that I know to continue doing them. I know that I really enjoy empties videos. I like to know what people are using up and what they're enjoying and what to avoid. So before I ramble on too long, let's take a look at what it is that I have used up and what I think of the items that I have. First item that I have to show is this Aussie Instant Freeze hairspray. I actually really enjoyed this hairspray. I don't like a flexible hold hairspray just because I find that it actually doesn't do anything. I do have flyaways sometimes, especially since I do bleach the front part of my hair here. So I get little baby hairs and flyaways and breakage. And so I really enjoyed this. I would repurchase it. So I went through it. It did last me quite a long time because I don't use a lot of hairspray, but it's definitely one that I enjoyed and that I would definitely repurchase. I also finished a package of the Global Beauty Care Makeup Cleansing Wipes, and I've mentioned time and time again, I don't actually use these for removing my makeup. I do use them to remove swatches sometimes or to clean up my hands when I'm on the go, and stuff like that. These ones are the green tea extract, and I actually did not like them very much. I think it was mostly the scent that bothered me. They reminded me literally of tea, and I guess I should have thought of that. I just thought green tea extract. I thought, oh well, that sounded really good. I thought it would be really good for my skin, but it smelled like tea. So I didn't like that. I like to have like a fresh scent. I love the aloe vera ones. I also really like the citrus ones. They have a nice fresh scent. So even if I use these in a pinch to remove the makeup on my face, I think the smell of like a tea bag on my face isn't really something that I would like. So I won't be repurchasing these ones. I also finally finished a can of the Dove Refresh and Care Invigorating Dry Shampoo. I don't use dry shampoo that often, but when I do enjoy the Dove. I finally went through this. I consider this a large can. So I finally went through it. I would absolutely repurchase it again. The only thing that I would say about this one is that if you have dark hair like I do in the back here, it does create a bit of a white cast, so you do have to brush it through quite a bit. But I do find that with a lot of dry shampoos, so it's definitely not a problem for me because I can brush it through. I also really like the scent, and it did work really well. It gave you that fresh, I just washed my hair even when you haven't washed your hair feeling, so I would definitely recommend the Dove Dry Shampoo. I also went through a bottle of the Avon Bubble Delight Orange and Honeysuckle Bubble Bath, and I loved this bubble bath. Those of you who've been watching my videos for some time know that I love the Avon Bubble Bath. There are some scents that I like more than others. This is definitely one that I loved and would repurchase. Again, it is the Orange and Honeysuckle, so that one was a great one. I really recommend it. I also finished this bottle of Bath & Body Works Holiday Traditions Twisted Peppermint Foaming Hand Soap. This is actually one of their older bottles. Usually on Boxing Day, I will stock up on their holiday soaps because I love them. The Twisted Peppermint is one of my favorites, so I did go through this one. I do have another one already to replace it in my bathroom, so it is definitely one of my staples, one of my favorites, and I would absolutely repurchase. Another Avon product, I have the Avon Senses Body Care Fruity Yogurt Hydrating Shower Gel, and I believe this one was actually in a video of mine before. It was either in a favorites video or a previous empties video. I have purchased it before. I have repurchased it since. I have repurchased it again. It is one of my absolute favorites. I love this fruity yogurt, creamy scent, but it also feels very nice on the skin, so I would definitely rebuy it, and I have, so I would definitely recommend this one. Also have this bottle of Juicy Grapefruit Foaming Hand Wash. It's actually one that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I thought that it reminded me of like the Method hand soap, so that's why I thought that I would try it. It says that it is dye-free and triclosan-free, infused with botanicals, so that actually caught my eye, but it was actually very watery. It smelled nice, it worked really well, but again, very watered down, which is typical for Dollar Tree, so I probably wouldn't buy it again just because there are other soaps at the Dollar Tree that I like better and that I've tried that have worked out better than this one, but it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. I just wouldn't gravitate towards it again. I do, however, really like the bottle, so I would be tempted to keep the bottle and fill it up with a different soap that is a favorite and continue to use the bottle. I also finished a package of these Laser Easy 3 razors. I picked these up at Dollarama. They were $3. They came with 6 plus 3, so 9 razors in a package, and I was actually very, very impressed with them. I have bought the name brand ones at the dollar store before, like the Venus ones, and didn't like them as much. So the fact that I was able to get 9 razors in, I guess, a dollar store brand, were they made for the dollar store? Let me just check here. I'm not sure if they were specifically made for the dollar store, but they were absolutely great. They had a lot of blades. I don't know if I actually have one in here. Let me check. Yes, I do. So this is actually what the razor looked like. As you can see, there are, sorry if it's gunky, but there are 3 blades on there. And so I really liked it. I found that it worked really well. No, it was not like a $20 razor, but for $3 to get 9 razors, I thought it absolutely did the job. And like I said, I did like it better than some of the more affordable disposable razors like the Venus. I really did not like those at all, so I would definitely repurchase these. I also went through another one of these Sunsilk Hydra TLC conditioners. I'm sad this is the very last one. If you've seen a previous video of mine, you would have seen that I actually stocked up on these when I heard they were being discontinued. I bought 15 conditioners and 15 shampoos, and so this is the final last conditioner. I really enjoyed this. I wish that Sunsilk hadn't discontinued, but I have not been able to find it in any of my stores. I've tried the local drugstore, the grocery stores, and Walmart, and they are all gone. So I really liked it. It gave me a really good silky finish. It also was very good at protecting my hair from straightening or blow drying, but like I said, I haven't been able to re-find it, so this was the last one, and I guess I'll just have to find something else that hopefully works as well as this did. Speaking of conditioner, I also have this Advanced Techniques Frizz Control Conditioner from Avon, and I did not like this actually. I did get the shampoo and the conditioner. The shampoo I gave to my husband. He's not very picky. I really did not like it. I got it because it said it was frizz control, but what I actually found that it was doing is it was leaving my hair, it was just very slippery. Like the actual shampoo and conditioner wasn't silky or anything. It was just like a glob, and when you would put it in your hair, it wouldn't disperse very well. So it was almost like I don't want to say silicone based, but it kind of felt like that, like almost like a gluey type substance where you would put it on your hand and it wouldn't spread very well. It was just kind of clinging to itself. So I did not like it. I didn't like the conditioner. I really didn't like the shampoo, so I wouldn't repurchase the Frizz Control. I have tried some of their other Advanced Techniques shampoos and conditioners, and I did like those. This one says that it is for all hair types, but I would say just avoid it, save your money, don't get it. I also went through this travel size bottle of Opti-Free Replenish contact lens solution. I am a contact lens wearer, and I really like the Opti-Free. I did opt to start getting smaller bottles. I'm trying to minimize in my house and optimize the space in which I have things. I don't find that I use this a lot, so to buy a big huge bottle, I just found that it was lasting a long time, getting a little bit too close to the expiry date. So I have been buying the little bottles, and if I buy the little ones, I do prefer the Opti-Free. I really like it. I find it very hydrating on my contact lenses, so I picked that up and I really enjoyed it, and so I would recommend buying it. Another contact lens solution that I have here is the Exact multi-purpose solution. I believe this one is from Walmart. I believe it is Walmart's brand. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to go into smaller sizes. This is what I was using before. This one actually said that it expired March of 2016. So I actually went over the expiry date, which is what prompted me to realize that a big, huge bottle like this I probably don't need because I get a little bit too close or just over the expiry date. So other than that, it was very good. I like these bottles. They are fairly cheap. You usually get 2 large ones in a box for about $10. So that's what kind of made me want to get it. It does maximize your dollar, but I also like to maximize the space in my home and not risk getting it close to the expiry date. One more final contact lens solution. I also have the Bosch and Lom Renew. This one I actually picked up at the dollar store. It was $3. I bought it when I was going away on a trip. That's why I picked up this size. I wasn't quite yet going into a smaller size. I really liked this one. This one was very, very good. If I found it again, I would absolutely repurchase it. Also have this Olay Ultra Moisture Vanilla Indulgence body wash. This was actually in a favorites video of mine some time ago. I really, really enjoyed it. It smells so, so, so good. It's almost like a dessert. I really liked it. I loved how it made my skin feel. It was very soft, very luxurious. I almost felt like I didn't need to put on any body lotion afterwards. It kind of felt like I had already done that. So I really love it. I would absolutely repurchase it. I know there are other ones. There's like a shea butter and a vanilla, and there's just so many different ones. This is definitely a favorite of mine, and I would so recommend it, and I will definitely repurchase. I also have this Avon Naturals Kids Amazing Apple Detangling Spray. This is actually my go-to detangling spray. I have tried some from the Dollar Tree and other dollar stores. I don't find that any of them work very well in comparison to this one. I like this one for my kids. I actually like this one also for myself. So it is definitely one that I would recommend getting. I love getting it on sale. You can sometimes get it for as cheap as $3. So that's why I keep getting it. I actually have just recently repurchased it. So like I said, I would absolutely recommend it. I also have a bottle of this Calgon Take Me Away Instant Refreshment Body Mist. This one is in Morning Glory. It is actually one of my favorites. You can probably see it's not actually empty just yet. I would absolutely repurchase it. I do really love this scent. The reason that it is in my empties bin is that it has kind of gone a little bit funky. It just doesn't smell as good as it used to. I think it's a little bit old. These smaller spray bottles, I usually reserve them for travel and stuff like that, so they sometimes get lost in my collection, and so I don't pull them out and use them. I pulled it out to use it the other day, and it just doesn't smell very good, so I'm getting rid of it. But I do recommend the scent. I do recommend these. I really like them. This one's just gotten too old. I have one of these hand soaps from the Dollar Tree. I have hauled these time and time again. This is the Blackberry and Pink Peony scent. I have not seen them for quite some time. I did stock up on them, so I did have quite a few. I believe I still have 1 or 2 left in my cupboard. I really, really loved these hand soaps. They were very, very nice. They felt very nice on your hands. They cleaned very well, and I loved the scent. Also have this CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Foundation. I am in the shade 105. It is one of my favorite foundations. One of the things that I love about it, it is super affordable. This one is in Classic Ivory. It's actually what I am wearing today. I really like it. It's really good. It's oil-free. It's not overly shiny, but it's not too matte. So it is a really nice everyday foundation. I like to get it on sale when it's around $5-6. So like I said, very affordable, very good foundation. I have bought it numerous times. I am actually using it right now. I do have another one, and I will repurchase it. I highly recommend it. If you haven't tried it, it's definitely one worth trying. I went through another container of this Simple Vitamin Restoring Night Cream. This is my go-to night cream now. I love this night cream. It is very, very good. It doesn't have a strong fragrance. I'm very sensitive usually with any sort of cream that I put on my face, and I don't have any issues with this one, so I really love it. I did stock up some time ago when I went to a store and they were liquidating a whole bunch of their stock, so I do have more of these in stock, and I will continue to use them, and once that is gone, I will search to try and find it again because I really do enjoy it. Also have this a new Reversalist Renewal Foaming Cleanser. I don't use cleansers on my face very often. I do use an antibacterial microfiber cloth to remove my makeup most of the time, but I have used this little sample of Avon cleanser. It was really nice. It kind of foamed on your skin. I really did enjoy it. I would probably repurchase it. I would most likely purchase it as a gift for someone else, just because at this point I'm happy with my facial cleansing routine, and this is not part of it, but at one time it was part of it. And I think as far as a cleanser, it is very nice. It does the job. It makes your skin feel clean and fresh, and so I really did like it. This is a teeny tiny sample size. I have had the bigger size before, so as far as product, I would say it is a good product and I would recommend it. I also finished this container of Joe Fresh translucent powder. I love this powder. I have finished it. It's really nice. It has a little mirror. It has the little screen that you open up, and then it has your translucent sifter for your translucent powder there. I really do like it. I have repurchased it. It is actually my holy grail right now. It is the translucent powder that I go to and use every day. It is my favorite, so I would repurchase, like I said, that I have, and I totally recommend it. If you have not tried it, try it. It's really nice. It's very finely milled. It's very, very good. Also have this Avon Ideal Flawless Color Correcting Cream. This one is in light medium. I use this all summer. I like it because it has an SPF of 50, and I do tend to burn quite easily, especially in the summer. So I did use this all summer. I really like it. I would absolutely repurchase. I repurchase time and time again. So it is one of those foundation products that I enjoy. It is a very light coverage, but especially in the summer, it is a very good product, and so I would recommend it and I would repurchase because I always do. Also have a Glimmer Sticks eyeliner. This one is the waterproof in Blackest Night, I believe. It is completely empty. This is one of the ones that time and time again are in my Empties videos. This has become my new favorite. I absolutely love this eyeliner. I use it every single day. I love that it's smudge proof. I love that it's transfer proof. It glides on very nicely. I have repurchased and will continue to repurchase and highly recommend that you try it. I also have another Avon eyeliner. This one is the Avon Glimmer Sticks Liquid Glide, and this one I did not like, as I don't even know if it's still, no. One thing that I didn't like about this one is it was a very, very wet formula. I don't know if you can see there. There's a little bit left, but it's a very wet formula, so it is very, very black. What I didn't like about it is it's a very wet formula, so I would put it on and it would transfer. If I accidentally blinked too soon, it would transfer. I also found that the stick, because it's a roll-up crayon type, but very wet formula, it would sometimes break and then it would smudge. It just didn't work for me. I don't know if I got a bad one. It was one that was recommended to me. People kept saying it was very nice and that they really liked it. It was very black. It glided on very nicely. It did. It was very black. It glided on very nicely, but it was also very wet. And like I said, the little crayon tip kept breaking on me, so I had little bits that would fall down and then I would have to pick it out. So it totally did not work for me. I probably will not repurchase it. Another Avon eyeliner that I have is this Avon Kohl eyeliner. It's a big, thick crayon type. It wasn't overly black. It's black, but it wasn't like a dark, dark, stark black. I enjoyed it for quite some time. It does a quite thick line if you like to wear a nice thick liner. As you can see, it's a nice thick crayon. It doesn't roll up. It's just, this is what you get. It's in my Empties bin just because it's starting to dry up a little bit. So when I put it on, it's looking a little more charcoal or a little more gray than black. So I think it's just old and it's time to get rid of it. I don't know that I would repurchase it just because I do prefer a thinner, finer line on my liner, and if I want it to be thicker, I'll just build on it. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but I wouldn't say there was anything wrong with it. I thought it was perfectly fine. I also have this Avon Super Shock mascara, and I really did enjoy this mascara. I will be honest, it did take some time to like it. It has a very, very thick wand on it, so it didn't compare to my favorite, which is the Wash Off Waterproof mascara that I use from Avon. But what I did like about this one is I would put it on and it would help to separate and thicken my lashes, and then I would go in with my favorite mascara to lengthen my lashes. So I thought, as far as using it in combination with another lengthening mascara, it is very good at making it thicker and separating it and giving you luxurious lashes, but not really full long lashes, just full lashes. So I would probably repurchase it again, but I wouldn't use it alone. Just for me, the other thing that I didn't really like about it is I found that the bristles, I don't know if you can see on camera, but they kind of would stab me in the eye and hurt a little bit. I don't know what it is about the bristles. They're plastic bristles. There was just something about it. Maybe just that the wand was too big for my eye, and I found that I would stab myself. But other than that, it was a decent mascara. I did really like the fullness it gave me. It just wasn't one that I would use on its own. And then the last two products that I have are nail glues. The first one is the Nail Bliss Pro Wonder Bond Professional brush on nail glue, and I actually have a review on my channel of this glue. I really like this glue. I would actually say that this is probably one of my favorites. The only thing that I didn't like about it is that it started to get really goopy and thick. That's why it's in my Empties video. It got really thick, as you can see there, and so it started to dry up, so that's why I have to get rid of it. So other than that, the thickness and the goopiness, when it was still fresh, it was very, very good. It kept my nails on quite long. It kept my nails on for quite a long time, so I would definitely repurchase and I would recommend it. The second one that I have is this Brush and Bond Super Glue, and I actually got this one at the Dollar Tree. The first one that I actually bought was already dried out. And so I'm not sure that I would repurchase it, just because I found that you had to do a lot of coats, and if you can see, it dried up and the brush isn't even flexible anymore. So the glue, you had to put on a lot of coats because it came on very, very thin. It didn't have any thick consistency like the Wonder Bond one, and then eventually it just hardened and it was no good anymore. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this one, but I would definitely repurchase the Wonder Bond. So not the Dollar Tree, but the Wonder Bond. This one was about $6 at Sally's Beauty, so I would say it's totally worth it. It lasted me about 6 to 8 months. And that's it for my empties this time. Hopefully next time I will not keep things for as long as I did this time, so that this video won't be so long. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would love a thumbs up. I'd also love any comments you'd like to leave me down below. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you, and I hope to see you again soon. Talk to you later. Bye.